Well, hello. Sorry about the way I'm looking at the moment, but that's lockdown for you. So, I haven't said out since Jolley became manager. It wasn't because I didn't like the guy. I didn't think he was the right choice. But now he's gone. 44 days. Not 44 days. That was Brian Clough at Leeds. But Rob Kelly back in charge till the end of the season. I think that's a good decision. We did well under him as caretaker. But now there could be no excuses. We've got to win the games. And the game against Morecambe yesterday was the worst I've seen. Well, one of the worst I've seen Barrow play in all my time of watching them. Where did Michael Jolley go wrong? Well, for starters, he had all his PhDs and that from university. Well, that wouldn't have rubbed off on the players at all. Because they'd have half the time been wondering what he was on about. I think he tried to return us to a Paul Cox style of youth ball. And I don't think any of the players we've got at the moment, like youth ball, can play the tactics. You don't want to be playing youth ball in the wind. As Quigley said in his video, it's coming back at you. So where do we go from here? Well, hopefully we stay up. One thing I've got a bone of contention for on the National League is if they're not relegating to North and South, then how can they expect promotion to the EFL? And that isn't an excuse to try and keep Barrow in if we stay in the bottom two. We've still got time to get back out of the bottom two and stay up. We lost, I think it's 4 games on the trot at home. Excuse me. So that isn't doing us any favours. I'd love to see Erden Taylor back, James Taylor. I would. We've only got 20 players registered, I believe, so we could bring 2 more back. Can the club afford it? I do hope so. One of Jolley's mistakes, well, one which confused me, he signed players and he didn't play him. That forward he signed, he said, he's good off the shoulder, he's fast, he's quick. I think he made 1 substitute appearance. Now, unless he's got an injury, why we signed him. Lewis Hardcastle. Now, what is the problem with Lewis Hardcastle? Is he injured? Is he out of favour? I don't know. I think some of the players, and I'm not meaning this detrimentally, didn't like Jolley. They didn't buy into his beliefs, and I think a lot of the fans didn't either. And yeah, I was one of them. I didn't think it could be the right thing to do. The board do have to take some criticism, but also some plaudits as well. When we got into a football league, they appointed Dung as manager. To me, probably a cheap option, when really we should have gone for experience. Dung got fired, which was the right thing, but then we appointed another guy who's only managed at Grimsby, and I don't think, apart from at university, he's ever played football. Once again, we went through an experience again. Rob Kelly's been around. Would I want him as a permanent manager? Well, that depends where we finish at the end of the season. Am I happy that he's got the job as caretaker till the end of the season? Yes, I am. I do hope now that we can go on from this and stay in the EFL, and next season build on this. If we stay one place out of the bottom 2, I said at the start of the season, I'd be happy with that, and I still would. It isn't a case of just wanting to survive, but you've got to build into each new league that you go into. So, up the Bluebirds.